Anais was a force. She was a beautiful dancer and an equally amazing cheerleader. In fact, just a couple of weeks before she was diagnosed with AML, she was cheering her high school football team on to their state championship victory. Physically, I do not know how she was able to do this, but knowing Anais, whatever she set her mind to do, she was going to do. Anais was diagnosed in December of 2015, and in July of 2016, she and I moved to Houston from our Louisiana home. This was such a hard transition for Anais. She not only left behind her dad and her younger sister, but she left behind all her friends and her amazing boyfriend, Ian. Anais underwent her first transplant in July of 2016, and she did amazingly well. She kept her sass, her spunk, and her wit, and her smile never left her face. However, 88 days post-transplant, Anais relapsed. We did not lose our hope, and we definitely did not lose our faith, because we still had options. Anais underwent her second transplant in March of 2017. And it was during the hospitalization for this transplant that all her friends were making their preparations for prom, picking out their dresses, and they were sending her pictures, and she was helping them pick out their dresses. And it just broke my heart, because this was going to be yet another thing that cancer was taken away from her. Anais' Texas children's team became our friends. They became our family. And it was at this time that I spoke to one of Anais' favorite nurses about how I was feeling. Anais did not have a problem with it. She never showed me anyway, but she never had a problem helping all her friends getting ready for prom. But I wanted her to have that experience too. And when I spoke to her nurse, little did I know that it would set everything in motion, that we'd be able to surprise her with the prom of her very own. We had to scheme because Anais was always so tiny, and this definitely did not change with her cancer treatment. So we had to find ways to get her to try on a dress in order to surprise her with her prom. And we schemed, and we told her that there was going to be a pamphlet made concerning the many faces of cancer. And she was picked to be in this pamphlet, and she would get to do a formal shoot. So this was how we were able to help her to pick a dress out. And she picked an amazing dress, and it was just a fun day of trying on all these dresses in our hospital room. On day 21 post-transplant, Anais was discharged from the hospital. 2 days later was her prom. With transplants, especially this fresh and with no immune system, she should not have been allowed to be among people. She should not have been allowed to be in public places. But her doctors agreed to it, and I'm so thankful for that. It was really so hard though, keeping all of it from her. I was so excited to do this for her. I was in constant contact with her friends, and our Texas Children's family was absolutely amazing in overseeing every little detail of how I wanted it to be for Anais. The morning of her prom was such a whirlwind. She wasn't feeling good, but she did not want to miss out on anything. A makeup artist came to our apartment. They did her makeup. Another lady came in and gave her a manicure. But when she walked out of her room in that beautiful dress, the smile on her face outshone the beauty of everything around her. It was from there that we went outside to do her formal shoot, and she had so much fun. And then we made our way back into this gathering area within our apartment complex, and it was there that all her friends, her family, Ian, everyone was there to surprise her for her prom. If anyone thought Anais' smile was amazing, they never saw it that night. It was truly amazing, and it never left her face. And for the first time in the previous 15 months that she was battling cancer, she was able to be a normal teenager. She was surrounded by everyone she loved. And I will admit that despite me wanting to do this for her, I was so anxious. What if she got sick? What if something happened? What if this led to something that we couldn't control? But again, I'm so thankful because it didn't. We have memories that are priceless. We watched her enjoy herself. And throughout the night, there was also a professional photographer there who was the fiance of one of her nurse practitioners, which her care team was just amazing. And he captured every moment of that night, and they put together a professional album for her also. She was so proud to show this album to anyone she could, and especially the last few months of her life. She wanted everybody to see that night and see how special it was for her. And I cannot thank her team, her caregiving team, Dr. Krantz, Heidi, Katie, Melissa, Sandra. I just cannot thank them for getting Stuff the Sleigh involved, and especially Nicole of Stuff the Sleigh, who also became like family for us. They were all just amazing, and they remain amazing, and I'm so thankful.
As Anais' sister, I wanted her to enjoy this very important moment of her life because we didn't know if she'd ever have prom. The surprise prom was like a spur of the moment on my part because I didn't know until the week before. I was so excited to see how her reaction would be when she saw all her friends and just have a good time. It's hard to remember all normal high school events when you have cancer and having to take medicine, transplants, and doctor appointments. But with Anais, a day with her was an adventure. So I knew that her surprise prom would be awesome for her. The moment she walked through those doors, her face lit up so much. I felt so happy to be there and just let her be normal for one day. One of the memories I will never forget is that huge smile she had on. I think her smile was so contagious you couldn't help but smile. When she was at the hospital, I don't think there was ever a day she never smiled. I really don't know how she did it every day, but the biggest smile was definitely that night. I was so glad to be there for her, and I would never forget it.
Me and Anais' prom is my favorite memory that we have together. We went to different schools, so it was our first time we got to share a prom together, and it was priceless seeing her face walk in when she didn't know any of us were there. And if it wasn't for Stuff the Sleigh, we wouldn't be able to make those memories that she would have missed out on.
Ever since Anais and I were freshmen, we always dreamed about going to prom together. And I'll never forget the look of pure joy in her face when we got to surprise her with her very own prom. We had the best time, and I think it'll forever be one of my most cherished memories with her.
Getting to experience Anais' prom was so fun because it was like both of our first proms, and just seeing her face whenever she walked in, she got to see everyone together, and like I really cherished every moment that I got to spend with Anais because we never like saw her. So it's just awesome, and I'm so blessed, and I'll forever cherish that moment.
I just want to thank Stuff the Sleigh for putting on such a memorable surprise prom for Anais. Anais and I talked about her not being able to come to our school prom, and I could tell that she was disappointed about it. So when her mom texted us about the surprise prom, we didn't hesitate to say yes, and we immediately got all our dresses and stuff ready. We were so excited to head to Houston for this. I didn't know what to expect, but when we got there, the decorations were so pretty and everything just looked so great. I'll never forget when she walked in how stunning she looked and the joy and surprise on her face. Her expression was one of, "How did y'all pull this off without me knowing?" She had the most beautiful dress on, and she was so excited to tell us all about her pretty blue Steve Madden heels. We enjoyed taking pictures, catching up, dancing, and eating delicious cake together. One of my favorite parts about the decorations was the big balloons that were filled with confetti, because at the end of the night they let Anais pop them, and she just looked so awesome spinning around with the confetti all around her. Seeing all the happiness and excitement that this event brought Anais in such a difficult time is a memory that I'll always cherish. Stuff the Sleigh did an amazing job in making my friend feel so beautiful and fulfilling her dream of going to prom.